Hey everybody, this is your girl, Mrs. Toy Banks, the world's most satisfied wife. That's right, I'm satisfied, and I'll talk to you about being satisfied in life. But today's message is really for the single women, especially those ladies, those single ladies that are taking the 28-day wife to be challenge with us during the month of February. There's a statement that just drives me crazy among single people. And that statement is, I'm not ready for marriage. I'm not ready. Now, that shouldn't be a problem, should it? You should be able to say, I'm not ready for marriage. And listen, I respect the person that says, listen, I don't think I'm ready. I do respect that. However, what aggravates me about that statement is that the people that say that are already operating as if they are already married. They live with one another like married people do. They have sex with one another like married people do. They have children like married people do. They invest in property like married people do. They combine their bank accounts like married people do. They plan vacations every year like married people do. As a matter of fact, I just heard a man say to me, it's just like we are married. Really. Let me just expose something to you right now. It's either you married or you are single. In God's eyes, there's no difference. Now, you in your own world, you can think whatever you want. But in God's eyes, when you are married is when you have dedicated your life, laid down your life to a person of the opposite sex. And you have committed yourself totally unto them in vows. You have made a vow to make them your spouse, your husband, or your wife. To death do you part. You've walked down the aisle, went down to the city county and filled out the papers. And hey, you are now married. That's married. But you living together? You can call it common law you want to. You're still not married in God's eyes. I don't care how many vacations you go on or how many children you have. Guess what? You're still not married. It's interesting that you say you're not ready for marriage, but yet you're actually operating the way married people do, but without the commitment. Well, listen, I know many people that think that, there's the people that say, well, marriage is just the same. I don't need a sheet of paper to claim my love for you. Really? That is the biggest joke. And you know what? That is one of the ways that people, whether it be a man or a woman, who's afraid of marriage or afraid to committing their lives to you all the way. That's what they say to get you to just be okay with them not wanting to marry you. And guess what? You put up with that, though you really want somebody to commit themselves to you. But you play it off. You play it off, especially women. We play it off to us. Well, whatever he wants, you know what I mean? I don't have to be married. I don't need a ring to prove his love to me. Really? Yeah, you lie. You lie. Within yourself, you have given your all to a man. You have laid down with him and gave you your precious body that makes you one with him. You cook for him. You clean for him. You're raising his children. You helping him with his business. Some of y'all are sharing cars and it might be your car. You, the woman, might be your car. You getting him back and forth to work. Or maybe he's getting you back and forth to work. You guys are acting just like married folks. And you really, really want somebody. I don't know about you, but I want somebody to commit themselves totally to me. I'm not trying to be the side chick. I'm not trying to be a second thought. I'm not trying to be your maybe. Listen, if you're not willing to lay your life down for me, deuces. Ladies, when are we going to get to the point where we value ourselves so much that we tell the man that we are with, listen, if you want to marry me, here is what you have to do. You have to lay your life down for me. Because until then, these legs are closed. Until then, my money is my money. Until then, my house is my house, not our house. Until then, I only iron my clothes. Until then, I only clean my house. Until then, I usually cook for me. And maybe once in a blue moon, I may cook you a meal. But because we are not married, you don't get those benefits. See, listen, women, as you continue to give a man benefits, there's no desire, there's no push for him or challenge for him to marry you. And guess what? He knows you're worth it. That's why he's still there. He knows that, but you won't put the demand on it. And so then he says stuff like, he might say to you, oh, you gonna force me, you gonna give me an ultimatum? Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna go because I'm done. You have a right to not want to marry me, but I also have a right to walk away from a man who doesn't value me enough to marry me. There are some women, y'all out there, y'all have given a man 7 years, 10 years, 8 years. Some have given them 12 years, 15 years of your life of total dedication. You want me to cut everybody else off for you. For what? For maybe. Oh, so you can just get up at any time and just walk away. No commitment. You're not going to lay your life down for me. But you want me to give you all of my stuff. You want me to give you all my values and all my goodies and all my gifts and talents. You say you're not ready for marriage, yet you're already operating in it. You're either in or out. And listen, you can decide to do it your way, but in God's eyes, you are not married. I heard a guy say, a girl asked at the challenge last year, she said, my fiance said to me that now that we are engaged, I am required to submit to him. Okay, see, I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna let nobody tell me a lie. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me a lie in my face. Now, see, you can tell a lie, but don't expect me to believe it. Because, see, it is written that the wife shall submit. The wife, okay, hear the words, wife. See, because if you're engaged, you're just engaged. You're a fiance, which means you are not married. You're still single. Okay, which means he still don't get any benefits other than I'm totally committed to you because we're focusing on getting married. Right now, I'm committing myself. I am making a pre-commitment. In other words, I'm shutting off everybody else right now because we're engaged to get married within 6 months, a year, whatever, because we're planning or whatever. And some of you's thinking that, oh, we want to get our finances together. Oh, we got to get this together. But yet, you still want to live as a married person. You still want to get in the benefits. You want to have sex. You want to go on vacations. You want to do this, have children, get pregnant. So you're ready to have a baby with a person, but you're not ready to marry? Having a baby is a huge commitment. Okay, so listen here. It's up to you, really. It really is up to you what type of life you're going to live. You can decide to make God's word the final authority and do it his way, or you can decide to do it your way. But in God's eyes, unless a man lays his life down for you, unless a woman, even the men out there, if a woman is saying she's not ready to marry you, but yet you're buying stuff for her. You bought her a car? You buying her furniture for her house? You doing all this stuff for her, but yet she says she's not ready? Maybe you might be used, brother. She might be using you. Listen, unless someone decides, listen, this is you all I want. You all I need. I don't want nothing else but you. You mean the world to me, and this is it for me. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Until then, sorry, there's no benefits. All you get is a hi, an occasional meal, a phone call, because that's dating. But all the other benefits, we're going to leave that to when you decide to make a commitment to me. That's what I love about my husband, that he decided that, I love this woman enough to dedicate myself to her. And I did the same. And I gave it all up. And so now, guess what? I'm cooking for my husband. I'm cleaning for my husband. I make love to my husband. He gets all the benefits. He wants his clothes ironed, I'll iron them. I support him in his ventures and his business. Banks Construction, the best construction in the D. I'm going to support him 100%. Why? Because I'm his wife. I'm going to support it with everything in me. Sweat, tears. If I have to, go out and work an extra job to support my husband in his venture, that's what I'm going to do. Why? Because that's my husband. He laid his life down for me. He walked down the aisle and made a vow to me. And guess what? Though we've made mistakes, we've been perfect? Absolutely not. We've made mistakes. Listen, God says with marriage comes trouble. So yes, we've had troubles. We almost fell apart. We almost didn't make it. But guess what? We pushed through. We pushed through it all. And now we're here. But that's because we both decided it's time. And so if someone loves you, if someone wants to commit their life totally to you, guess what? They lay it all down. And they say, will you marry me? Or the woman says, yes, I will marry you. Well, that's for the wife-to-bes. That's for the single women. Hey, you take it if you want it. If it helped you, it helped you. If it don't, okay, leave it alone. But I'm Toy Banks. I'm Mrs. Toy Banks, the world's most satisfied wife in For Better Wife, Better Life, helping you balance it all. God bless.